What's going on? The straight of truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth will set you free. Yes, sir. First off, I want to say shout out to the awoke ones, and shout out to you, the awakening one, if you're watching this. Uh, I had something on my heart, and I wanted to make a video. And I want to just basically talk a little bit about my spiritual awakening, and have a little story time. Now, I had my spiritual awakening not when, but in July of July the 31st. And let me just tell you, when I had my spiritual awakening, it was something so surreal to feel at that point in time, because it was like everything all hitting you at once, man. But you know what? That's just how you know the universe is always on the phone with you. You know what I mean? It's always on the phone with you and always trying to communicate with the ones that that is trying to have come out of the dark. Now, when I had my spiritual awakening, it was it was crazy how it happened though, because it wasn't like I just, what I'm saying, woke up on my own. No, I got a confirmation from the universe. I got a message from the universe in which was sent to me to have me wake up in this fake ass illusion, this fake ass fantasy. So, and sometimes it don't it's not gonna hit you. It's gonna hit you in different ways. What I'm trying to say. You have a spiritual awakening, it will hit you in different ways. It's you're not just gonna snap right out of this fuck ass illusion on your own. You will get messages from the universe that you have to look out at the messages that's there in front of you. You can't ignore the message of the universe. You can't ignore the messages that are put before you that are trying to communicate with you. So when I had my spiritual awakening at the end of July, it was like it was I didn't even know how to really go about it, is what I'm saying. Like, it was different. I knew I was having a spiritual awakening because I started to question shit. Of course, when you have your spiritual awakening, that's the first thing you start doing is you start becoming aware, and you start to question shit like, hey, okay, this shit ain't right here. You know what I'm saying? I've been fucking sipping on the tea too much. And of course, you've been in a sunken place. Now your soul didn't travel back to the vessel. Now you didn't got a hold of the fucking wheel. But just because you got a hold of the wheel, you got a hold of the vessel, doesn't mean that you're just conscious yet. You're not conscious yet. You still have a long way to go. But that's where I was at. I was fully aware of my life now, and that shit wasn't adding up. Like, I just started seeing things different, in which you're supposed to see when you have your spiritual awakening. You're supposed to start questioning every fucking thing in life. Like, you even start going off of all the way down from the bottom of your list all the way up. But I didn't do any of that. I just knew that, I was just aware of how shit was going on, and that I know that everything was not the way it should have been. You know what I'm saying? So that was literally what I was feeling at the time. And, you know, shout out to the universe sending its message onto me through, my spiritual brother Soul. I gotta give him a shout out. I gotta let him know, he's one of the awoke ones. So I gotta shout out Spiritual Soul. It was the universe sending that confirmation to me, you know, in which that was the message for me to see, to have me become consciously aware of what the fuck was going on, how this world was not the world that we knew. And sometimes that's just how it happens. Sometimes you won't get a confirmation through just a message from somebody else. Like if you're looking at this video right now, this is probably your confirmation right here to become an awakening one, if you're not already awakening. So it can, the universe will send its message out to you, and however, and whichever way it can, as long as it just gets to you and you're able to see the message, and you're able to, like feel the message within. Like the message is supposed to, you're supposed to feel within. It's not something you just look at and you just see with your two eyes. You're supposed to gather the message and feel from the message and know that the message is speaking to you spiritually. It's speaking to you in the soul. And that's how it was for me when I had got my confirmation from the universe through, the spirit of my brother Soul, which is your brother too, which is everyone's brother in the spiritual world. We are all one conscience, one mind. So I got the message sent to me, and from there, I just started questioning a whole lot of shit. I started to literally go deep within myself and start to look at shit totally different. Now, I feel like the universe was already working with me anyway, because I was somebody that was already on a level of, I feel like I was a glitch in the matrix, if that, what I'm saying? I feel like I was a glitch in the matrix. And the reason why I say that was because I would be someone who, all through my life, and I'm not going to go into that, I'm going to make another video about that, but all through my life, I have been somebody to, be alone. I haven't been somebody to, have friends outside of school and, live a life where I was a part of something. Damn, my lights just clicked the fuck off. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna still do the video like this. But I wasn't somebody to be, in cliques. I didn't have, a gang of bitches. I didn't have everything that, somebody, a normal person would have being in the world. Like, who looked good, who might have had money, who had status in a way. I was different. Hence, I knew that I was going to be different in a way when I lost my normal vision. I wasn't even somebody who was even able to have 20/20 vision like everybody else. I started out when I was born into the world, when I was seeded into the earth. I came and grew into the earth as a normal child, as a normal being who could see and function just like everybody else. But I was stripped away from that normal ability at a young age. Hence why I had to wear glasses and shit like that. So I became different very young, and I felt different all through my life after that. I didn't feel like I fit in. I never did. I was definitely one of them niggas that sat in the back of the class, quiet as fuck, shy, I didn't have that outreach that everybody else did to feel normal in the world. I definitely was somebody who, only either I stuck to myself or I only stuck with my family. Hence my brother and, and my close family. So I really wasn't somebody to just be out hanging out because I wasn't that type of nigga. But going back to what I was saying, I felt like the universe was already working with me well before my spiritual awakening, because I was just at work a lot before then, just hating my life. I was just truly hating my life and hating the cycle of which I was fucking going through. Getting up every day, going to fucking work, and that being the fucking only thing that I've been doing over and over. Like it didn't register in a lot of other people's mind because everyone else thinks the way they think. Hence why the illusion is so fucked up, because it steals away your conscience. The gargoyles, they fucking steal your energy. You can't think. Your brain dead in the illusion. And I'm fucking going to work and just in here, and I'm hating my life. My life is not even my life. I'm working a job because it's because of income, right? I'm here because I need income. I need stability. I need to be dependent off of the work so that I can have finance for me to have to take care of business in my life. But that isn't a job that I'm doing because I like, or isn't doing something that benefits me. It's only something that I have to do so I can have a life of stability. Now, that's where the fucking shit kept registering with me every day when I going to work. I would go in there and just keep hating the fuck out of being there. And I worked at a retail store, and I couldn't stand working there. It was just like the most draining, it was like the most exhausting place of energy. It would exhaust my energy every day, like drain me mentally, physically. It would just drain me every day going in there, doing the same shit over and over. This illusion is literally a fucking hamster wheel. It keeps going and going in a circle and never stops until you get off the fucking hamster wheel. And up into that to my spiritual awakening is when it started to all register to me. The more and more I thought about it, the more and more we are encased in a prison in our minds. Because we get up, go to work, and we work to slave. Everything that they have put us through in school, everything that they have taught us has been a way to strip us of our freedom that we had when we were children, the freedom that we had when we were not under control, when we were free to roam and free to see, experience, and be a part of the world. That was how, when we got older, they were able to take us from that state and put us straight into the state of the mind control, of being a slave to the system. Hence why my life was deemed, I already had a depressed life. I was already somebody that didn't fit in. I didn't have a lot. I didn't have nobody. I only had my family. Those are the only closest people to me. I never was able to, have a life where that made me feel like I was important. But I wasn't somebody on some I didn't have no thoughts of wanting to off myself or, rid myself. Because I knew that even if I wasn't somebody that nobody loved, I fucking always loved myself. That's what always then kept me strong in this fuck ass illusion. I didn't always love myself to never let myself be disattached to this fucking illusion. I didn't disattach myself to let the illusion just kill my vessel, just kill me like spiritually, and just drain me like all the way. I still had strength to still hold on, to keep going. So that's why I feel like that the universe was, maybe it had a magnifying glass on me And just like everybody else that was in my position, the universe was just, because we are children of the universe. That's how I feel within. Like, that's why I say what I say about God, like God within me, God within you, goddess within you, because we are gods and goddesses. So, you know, for the females, goddess, y'all are goddesses, men, gods, you understand what I'm saying? But that's how I look at it. That's how I feel like within, because we capable of creating our own destiny. We are capable of creating our own reality, our own future in the present moment. So it's like the universe was taking a magnifying glass and looking at me and looking at all these other children that felt disconnected from themselves because they didn't feel like they were special in a way, or they didn't feel like they were somebody important. But that's not the truth, because it was just always the illusion that would strip away from self. The gargoyles would strip you away from self. It would strip you away from your purpose to the world. It made you feel like you gotta compete with everybody else. Oh, you gotta, you know, you want what these people have, you want what you see, you gotta go and work for it. Teachers would be, they would be aligned to the script. Even in school, they would be aligned to the script. Get an education, get a good job, and then you'll be able to get that house that you want. You'll be able to get that car that you want. They were aligned to the fucking script. They were someone who basically, they told their story of the illusion. Everything was already pre-scripted before we were here. They just kept riding the bus and stopping at each transit for a moment in time. They stop at each stop and pick up the next group of beings to put onto the bus and keep it moving. So I felt like I was already at that point of coming out of the matrix. Like, I had half my body outside the matrix, outside of the illusion, and it was like the universe was tugging me all the way out, to have me come back into the world of which I was free before then, before I was imprisoned in my mind in the fake world. Because if you look at it like this, you can look at the illusion as just a big ass spear over the real world. So I really, this fucking rain coming down hard as hell. I wasn't gonna say nothing, but that bitch keep beating, boop, boop, boop. Shit, video probably gonna have all of that toxic ass rain hitting my damn roof. But yeah, like it was almost as though like I just felt like it was the universe is working with me. I feel like if not now, soon, because I was already in and out. I couldn't take working anymore. I couldn't take dealing with my life and not having control the way I do. And then, you know, it just it hit me that day, you know. Universe, it sent the message out. I seen it. And that was the wake up call. That was the time for this motherfucker is coming down hard as hell. Shit. They beating on my shit. Like, is my car the only one that's getting beat up by the rain? What the fuck? I'm saying, man, like, them clouds up there, bruh. This don't seem like no regular rain. This motherfucker seem like they trying to attack my car. But I got the message from the universe. And hence, that was, you know, like I said, July 31st came, and that was my spiritual awakening. That was when I started to have to go within and figure shit out on my own and stop. And I was no longer an illusion. I was no longer a part of that fake world anymore. And like I say, however the universe can get you, however it can talk to you, it can get a message to you. It's all about being in the moment, in the present moment, and realizing that the universe is trying to communicate in whichever way it can. It's not going to, physically communicate with you, talk to you and shit. Hell no, but it will send notes, messages. It will send people your way. It will send, another spirit to come and you know what I'm saying, and try to pull you into the light. And sometimes that could be your spirit guide. So you have to acknowledge it when it's happening, because it's not happening for a reason. Nothing happens for a fucking reason. Except for this shit. I don't even know where the fuck this shit came from. I'm probably gonna be sitting in here for a minute. But nothing happens for a reason. If shit happens, it's happening for a reason. It's happening either because the world that you know is becoming too toxic for you to be in. It's becoming a problem for you to exist in. We didn't come here to slave, to struggle, to be depressed, to be angry, to have our experience fucked up. We came here to love each other. We came here to push one hand that pushes the other. We came here to create our own legacy and stamp it into the books. And then when it's time to get the fuck on, get the fuck on. Everyone has a path. It's the ones that wake up and become an awakening one or an awoke one that starts to walk their path. Everybody has one. It's just the only fucked up thing about it is this illusion has crammed the minds of so many into a fist that it can never open back up again. And so many people will pass away and not even know who they really are and know what they mean to the world, because the world, the universe, it loves us all. It doesn't want to see any of its children struggle or have, thoughts of suicide, of not being here. This is, I'm not going to say this is your only life, because no, that's not true. Because you know within who you really are, and that you're a multi-dimensional being who lives multiple fucking lives. You live forever. But your human experience is one of just you want to experience life and, in the present state. That's why, it's just like when you go to an amusement park, or when you get a car, when you get something that amuses the experience of your life, right? That's like your human experience. You're here to just have amusement in your life. You're here to find joy within this wonderland of free opportunity. You're supposed to be here and become your greatest version at the end of the day. Not to literally waste away all of your lifespan literally doing shit that you don't need to be doing. That's why a lot of people right now, the woke ones, are doing everything that they can possibly do to change the world and give the world new life and have the world see that this isn't about black and white. The world is colorless. There is no fucking color, because the soul has no color. Soul can be whatever color you want it to be. If you want to be purple, orange, you want to be fucking a rainbow, you can be that. The soul can be whatever the fuck it wants, because that's who you really are. But you know, like I said, man, my spiritual awakening one was, it was one that I knew it was coming, because I felt my mind just, I felt like I was exiting this fuck ass fantasy, this world. I was leaving it. And it was the universe, it had me, and it just pulled me out all the way. It had me all the way. It already had me halfway out, and it just pulled me all the way out. And now that I'm one with the universe, I'm one with the world, it's literally, you know, I understand what, you know, my purpose is, and my path in which I embark on is right now. My spiritual journey is right now still. I'm in the midst of my spiritual journey. I'm in the midst of still becoming my best self. And it's not going to happen overnight. But I don't plan to rush anything, because I know in the illusion, everything is wanted fast. Everything is wanted now. People don't live in the present state, in the moment. Everyone wants to keep pushing themselves and draining more and more energy to the gargoyles that will keep feeding on your energy every step you go, because you always have to progress on and always have to move viciously and fastly to want a better life, when your life right now, in the present state, in the present moment, when you're grounded, is the best life that you'll ever know. And that's the realest shit ever. So, you know, all I can say to you, the awakening one, if you're just having if this is your confirmation from the universe, don't shy away from it. Know that this message is to you for a reason, because you've been somebody that the universe has been, you know what I'm saying, it's been down with its magnifying glass looking at you. Even probably looking at you with a telescope, whatever. It's been had its eye on you for a long time. And it's been wanting you to, you know, become one with it again. It wants you to be free, to break apart that prison that your conscience is within. Hence, free your mind. So don't feel as though like this isn't your moment in time right now to embark on your purpose, because it is. And shout out again to all the awoke ones. I have to, man, because if it wasn't for them going back after they had their spiritual awakening to awake more people, this world would still be asleep. You have to see that there aren't selfish people in the world. There are people who really want to keep pushing love ahead. Keep, you know, everyone in alignment with fulfilling their purpose in life and fulfilling what they came here to do. And that's to be happy for just not yourself, but be happy for others as well, who spread love and keep love at the top, you know, at the top. It's all about the light. And those in the darkness will see the light. That's the truth.